Hey, what is up, guys? And this is another Let's Play of the Earth mod for Civilization 5. And I am not stopping the previous series for Washington, but I just wanted to start up a new one as Venice. And I am voicing this over afterwards because during the recording I lost the audio. I always fuck up with the damn audio. The Washington series didn't start well with the audio, and this series will have good audio, fortunately, and also good video quality right off the bat, and you won't hear that annoying music in the background. As you can see, as I just looked, it does have 43 civs. I turned off the time victory. It is going to be on king, and I think maybe quick combat and quick movement. I do keep it on epic, and with that, we'll see how this goes. I'm going to divide these episodes up into about 15 minutes. As you can see, quick combat, and the combat is simultaneous, but that doesn't work too well for multiplayer. And so we are going to test Venice and see how this works with 43 civs starting in the exact location. So, as Venice, just give a background for some of you who may not know, as Venice you may not build cities. You can puppet cities, but in the puppeted cities you get to control what those puppeted cities build. I think. I'm pretty sure. And I have played Venice before. The last time I played it was in November of 2013. As of right now, it is March 1st. So it has been a while, and I only played 100 turns in. So I did get a pretty good start on this. And I have been watching some YouTube videos of Civ 5, and I have been playing it on the side. So I have realized how badly I have started that Washington one, and we'll see if I can recover it. I just wanted to go ahead and start this series on the side, and right off the bat we got some ruins, which I thought was very nice, and we do get very lucky with them. When I placed the city, I was thinking about moving it a tile over towards the river, but I decided along the mountain right there would be a good strategic position. And also, if we ever plan to take over Rome, Venice was far enough from Rome so that they can both look. And see, this white screen here is a little glitch with the mod. Half of the civilizations will come up with a white screen and the other half won't, because the game can't really even fix that. The mod can't even fix it. So right off the bat we got 30 culture out of the 35 needed, and that helps out a lot because we're gonna invest that culture into the tradition policy tree, because with the tradition policy tree it lets small empires thrive, and with Venice we are gonna have a small empire for at least 2/3 of the game. So with that, I send this worker around the mountains to try to get more ruins, but if I remember correctly, we don't get too lucky. Right off the bat, we meet Rome because they're right in our backyard, or we're in their backyard, historically speaking. But I remember I went off and I went to go talk about another mod that would pair with this mod. This mod, you can see, like, this is just the top of Italy. You can see how big and extensive it gets. This is the same map I've been playing. So this side of the world is currently going on while in my America game. So I am definitely going to continue that game. So I go ahead. I think for a second if I should get Liberty, but then no way. We gotta go tradition. It's a small empire. And so right off the bat in turn 5, we've got 1 social policy, and we are getting 4 culture per turn, which is very powerful at the start of this game. And as Venice, we want to have a strong culture so you can grab as many tiles possible, because with the culture you can expand your tiles fast, and especially in how cramped Europe is, you want to get as many tiles as you can as Venice, because you only starting off 1 city for the first 3,000, 4,000 years. So I'm looking for some ruins. I'm deciding which way to go, and then we get into this big clusterfuck called Europe, and literally 20 out of the 40 civilizations are based here. If I'm gonna throw out a wild estimate, but um, as playing as Venice, you you get double the amount of trade routes. So as a substitute of not having any cities, you get double the amount of trade routes. And with all these civilizations here, we want to make Venice the port city for all and the trading hub for all of these civilizations. We want every single civ to have a route to Venice because we want it to be the most money opportunity. So unless civ absolutely hates us, there would be no reason not to trade with us, and that's how you play Venice. You play Venice that you maximize your money opportunity. So you maximize your money opportunity so you can basically buy a unit every couple of turns and defend yourself like that. So I am sending this worker, or not worker, I always do that, warrior out, and he's going around and defending, sees Germany, sees Denmark, sees the Netherlands, sees France. And this is how wide Europe is. I haven't even gone across Europe. And the whole world is like this. Imagine how big it can get. It's like really extensive. I really like it. And I didn't get to talk about my computer background at all, but the computer I am playing, like the Civ game on, is a Windows 8 computer. I don't know the model of the. It's a desktop. It's I don't know the model of the the big box for the desktop, but I do know that the computer came with 8 gigabytes of RAM. It had 4 slots, and it had a pretty good video card. I think the video card it was the best video card 3 years ago, as of today, 2014. So it's pretty good. It'll run this game pretty good. But back to the RAM, because you need a lot of RAM to process 43 civilizations plus all the city-states. I'm pretty sure this game will only work with a 1 slot of 8. And I only think the current software programs that run computers that's only possible. But I maxed out this computer that I'm playing the game on. It had 4 slots, so I had 4 slots of 8 instead of 2 slots of 4 and 2 slots open. So I actually did see a huge performance boost. But then again, there's nothing that you can really use all 32 for. And I'm not sure about this next statement, but I think Fraps is using a different slot, but I don't even know if that's true. So, like, the recording software and I don't know, other things that I had open would be using different slots when this game would be using the 1 slot of 8. I don't know if that's true, but that's my assumption on how it works. And also, the main reason why I haven't been uploading videos too much lately is because of the computer that I'm playing the game on isn't even my own. I have a Mac, and the Mac's it's a new one with the Retina display. It's got 16 gigabytes Retina, 16 gigabytes, but it's a laptop. It's a new MacBook Pro, and I could probably play a game with 10 civs on it about the same pace that this one will play with 43. But you can see the turns start to get extensive, and as we get to the modern age in this series, this series will go quick because it's one city. And I just wanted to do it on a side note. I wanted to play a little bit before I jumped back into the disaster we call America in the other game. Right now I was talking about whether or not I should get the Wonder culture, which gives plus 15% on wonders, on production of wonders, but I go ahead and grab the free 4 culture buildings, or first 4 cities, because writing is going to take us 20 more turns, and our culture is so high right now that we can get another culture policy before that we discover writing and we want to go for the Great Library. So we'll see if we end up getting the Great Library. I wanted to crank out this scout and not build a worker because it was in hopes of we could jib a worker off a city-state if need be. So right now, we're just, cruising along. We want to get that scout out, try to discover and get out. We wanted to explore as much as we could before we get trapped by the European civs, because it gets pretty clustered in Europe. But I also wanted to make sure that I get some trade routes open, but I fall short. I don't get any trade routes open for another maybe 40 turns, which is a really bad move as Venice. You want to get as many trade routes as you can open as Venice. And Rome down over here, you can see him moving their troops. He's trying to decide what he should do, because he's got a big roadblock, me. And going back to that other mod I was discussing, where that there's a mod that goes along with this, that each civ would spawn in its appropriate founding time. So America would spawn in 1776. But if America spawned in 1776, and let's say Egypt spawns in 4000 BC, America would spawn with, let's say 3 settlers and like 5 Minutemen, when Egypt would spawn with 1 settler and 1 warrior in 4000 BC. So if you think about that, there's like different times and different things, and you have to see how that would even play out and if it would work. And I've never even tested that mod. It would make the game more realistic, but it doesn't seem fair. I think everyone should start out on the same slate, because as Egypt, you could fall short. You could like lose your worker to barbarians, and then somebody spawns right next to you with 3 cities right off the bat. It's better to get, or you can be ahead of that guy. So I like everything fair. It's the start, and I picked to build this shrine, even though religion's going to be tough with 43 civs. I picked the shrine because it was going to take 12 turns for the shrine, but we would need 13 more turns till we got writing. So I wanted to time that perfectly so we could build a library right away. Because if we built a granary, then we'd have to wait like another 6 turns till we could build a great library. So I just decided to match and pair those up. And the faith, even though faith, people misunderestimate it. If faith, they think if you don't get a religion, you're screwed. But if you don't have a religion, you can store up that faith, and with the social policies, you can buy very useful things like merchants and scientists with the social policy tree. And I find that extremely useful and better than other things sometimes, than just not having any faith at all. I mean, you bought the DLC for Gods and Kings, so you might as well use it. So this scout is going to go on a little journey. It's going to go and try to find some more ruins, and I think it does. I forgot, even though I just played this game 3 hours ago. With our warrior, we're going to find the rest of Greece and Venice. I think that says a 2 or 1. I think that's a 1. It's about to grow. I was really hoping to find a ruin with an extra population in it, because as Venice, you want the capital city to have as much population as you can to compete with these other civs that can spawn other cities. By the end of the game as Venice, you want to have close to 40 people in your city, because other civilizations will have like 20 people per city spread out on like 3 cities, and then a bunch of other ones smaller than 10. You need to be able to match that with science-wise. So with a library, every 2 citizens is 1 science. So if you have a max amount of number of citizens in your capital, with only 1 city really counting towards your science cap, the cap that you're trying to reach, Venice can be very powerful science-wise. You can get ahead of people really fast, because you're not getting that slowdown of building a city and then having to start it up before it gets a library. And I send this scout out towards Russia because Russia's very open compared to to compared to Europe, which is close, which all the ruins in Europe I guarantee have been taken. And on the right screen we're just seeing Pantheon founded, and I haven't even gotten the shrine yet. So I'm already saying to myself that there is no way we're getting a religion or a pantheon, let alone if people are getting pantheons, we can't even get one faith per turn yet. And with 43 civs, a faith-based civ is really worth it. And we go ahead and get this 15% production to try and get the Great Library 4 turns. So, in a game with like 8-10 civs, I don't really see a reason to pick a faith-based civ, because as a normal civ, you could probably pick up a religion from the certain special circumstances and still build a religion. So we go over this ruin and we get lucky with the calendar, and so it looks like we got a great start going on. And I'm gonna go ahead and cut this episode, and I'm gonna be uploading a lot more, guys. I got 3 more episodes recorded, and I will absolutely fix the audio 4 episodes in, and I'll have the audio, my voice, paired with, of course, the video. I'm sorry about that. But, yep, and then I'll try to get some Washington videos in, and I'm also going to try to play some other games as well, so stay tuned, guys. Also, last thing before I go is my views have gone up a lot. I'm at like 70,000 views, like 220 subscribers, so I want to keep those numbers going, and let's turn this channel something for you guys and have it backed by numbers. Alright. Thanks for watching, guys. I can't wait to finish up this game because this looks like it's fun already. Alright. Bye-bye.